welcome to another Bflycrochet tutorial. Today we will talk about how to do to knit ribbing stitches. So I've made a little sample here and I will show you how I arrived to that point and how that you can know if you just put your work down and you want to come back to it where you're at to just find yourself. So the first thing that I would love to say is there is all kind of ribbing. Here I've made a 2x2 ribbing, so which means that I do 2 knit stitch and 2 purl stitch. So you see there's always 2 knit stitch, 2 purl stitch, 2 knit, 2 purl all the way. But you can have a lot of kind of ribbing. There's a 3x1, a 1x1, and that is just when you say it's a 2x2 ribbing, it's meaning the first number is the number of knit stitch that you do, and the second number is the number of purl stitch that you do. So in this case, a 2x2 meaning that I knit 2 and I purl 2. So if it's a 3x1, so which means that 3 stitches will be knit and 1 will be purl. So it's pretty easy. You need to know how to purl, how to knit, and that is all you need. This tutorial won't be how to do the knit stitch or the purl stitch. If you would like to know, I will put them in the little card up here or in the comment section down below. So first, let's go here and see. You need to be able to differentiate between knit and purl stitch. So you see there is stitch with a little color here, like a bump. Those are purl stitch. So when you see a bump like that, you know that it's a purl stitch. And when you see a V, it's a knit stitch. So the only thing you need to know is how to read your work. If you know how to read your work, then you will be able to do the ribbing and a lot of stitches. So if I'm here, I'm just okay, it's a knit stitch, so I will start with 2 knit stitch, and then here, oh, it's a color, so it's a purl stitch. A little trick that you can do is when you have done your first purl stitch, just bring your back yarn in the back and just do a little tug. With that is that it will close the little gap that you can have between your first, only with the first purl stitch, and it's the only time that you do that. So it's my second purl stitch, then I go and knit my 2 stitch, then I will bring my yarn in front, do my purl stitch like normal, then I will bring my yarn back and I will just give a little tug, and after that I will bring back my yarn in front and continue. This will help to close the gap, like I said, and it's only necessary when you're do an English knitter. When you are continental, you won't have to do this. It's because that when you do English knitting, it takes a little bit more yarn to do when you switch your yarn from the back to the front and then do the first purl stitch. This will take a little bit more yarn than just doing a normal purl. So by doing this little tug and pull it a little bit, you won't have to do it again. So you'll see your work will be just a little bit cleaner and a little bit nicer. Do my little tug and then come back and do my knit stitch. So, and then I can continue, and it will still be a knit stitch because I've made my stitch. I did made a count that is divided by 4, so that's why I will always start with a knit stitch. But if I would have put 2 less stitches, then at that time I will be, oh, I need to purl first and then continue. So I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you have any question, please feel free to contact me through my email, or if you have any comment, please leave them in the description bar down below. And while you are there, if you want to subscribe, I will really appreciate it. Until next time, happy knitting! Bye!